Manahang.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
We are the group. We are the group 3
Good
from.
afternoon.
We are the group 3 from BSA Filipino 4C to present to you the activity 2, FS1 activity 2. But first, before we start our presentation, let us pray. To be led by Miss Arguna Tricia Joy. Ma'am.
Okay, so let's bow down our heads and let's feel the presence of the Lord. Father in heaven, Panginoon, minsan pa pinupuri ka namin sinasama, Lord. Sa hapong ito, Panginoon, hinihingi po namin, Panginoon, na kami ay gabayan mo pang sa ating pag-aaral na ito, Panginoon, na higit pa namin, Panginoon, na maintindihan ang mga bagay-bagay at may pakita namin, Panginoon, kung ano man ang aming natutunan, O Lord God. At naniwala po kami, Panginoon, na ito ay bagay namin magagamit, Panginoon, in the near future, O Lord. And Lord, bless us, O Lord. Give us more strength and courage, Panginoon, para tapusin ang mga task na ito. Gabayan mo po kami simula sa umpisa hanggang sa dulo, Panginoon. And renew our strength, O God, as we do this, O Lord. And maraming salamat, Lord. We bring back the highest praise and glory into your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Hayaan nyo pong i-share screen ko po muna ang aming presentation. Wait lang po. Again, good afternoon, everyone. We are the Group 3 from BSA Filipino 4C. Today, we will present to you the Field Study 1 Activity 2. Let me present to you my members. Wait lang po at naghahang. Ayaw niyang mag-slide. Nakikita niyo na yung screen ko, mga ma'am and sir?
Wala pa, ma'am.
Ayan
Wala
po.
pa po.
Ayan po. Ayan po, nakita niyo na po.
Wala pa din.
Wala pa po.
Wait lang po. Ayan po, meron na po.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay na, ma'am.
And again, we are the Group 3 from BSC Filipino 4C. These are my members. Mr. Guna Tricia Joy, Mr. Marvin Cruz Bulatao, Mr. John Meltrick Scarpio, Mr. Christian Lloyd de Vera, Miss Leticia de Vera, Miss Lara Maydi Guzman, Miss Lina de Vera, Miss Davlin Garcia, Mr. Jericho Garcia, Miss Juvie Ann Garcia. Next is Mr. Warlito Padera and Mr. Alvin Poserio and Miss Ronaline Sanchez and yours truly, Miss Jeremia Sebastian. So activity 2, FS1 activity 2 is all about the My Ideal Learning. So what is this ideal learning all about? The ideal learning environment is welcoming environment where students may focus on achieving particular objectives in the class objectives. The teacher should be cheerful, well-organized, outgoing, self-assured, and also compassionate. Students students will get the opportunity to get to know their fellow students or classmates through the classroom community. So let's proceed to the observation report. Let me read first the direction. Use the data that you have gathered from the video that you have watched or from your previous school environment where you finish your basic education to complete the table below. Bago ko po i-present sa inyo itong sa observation report, hayaan nyo pong ipanood ko muna sa inyo yung munting video na aming nagawa tungkol sa aming school na aming inobserve. At ito po yung Orbistondo Integrated School dito po sa Orbistondo. Ma'am, sir, narinig niyo yung sound?
Hindi, ma'am.
Wala po.
Wait lang po. Wait lang po. Wait lang po. Ayan po, okay na po ba?
Yes,
Sige po.
Akong panaginip,
Meron akong minimithing isang bansang taglay ang pangako na
kapayapaan.
What's up guys? Andito po tayo ngayon sa isa sa mga pampublikong paaralan ng Orbistondo, ang Orbistondo Integrated School.
Ayan. Naway sa pamamagitan ng video na yon ay naipasyal namin kayo kahit papano dun sa Orbistondo Integrated School. Yan, proceed na po tayo sa observation report. Sa facilities po, yung sa Office of the Principal, ito po ba ay available? Yes po, available po ito sa Orbistondo Integrated School. Yung description naman niya po ay It is located at the center of the school. It is a centralized place where the principal fulfill his administrative duties. Siyempre, yung office of the principal, ito yung lugar kung saan piniperform nung principal yung kanyang mga administrative responsibilities or the duties. The question is, will it contribute to the students' learning and development? Why? Yes, it will contribute to the students' learning and development because this is the administrative functional unit of a school where the principal or head of the school overseeing the daily operation of the institution, coordinate staff schedules, oversee the development of the curriculum, and enforce the school policies and relating to themes like discipline or safety. Paano nga ba nakaka-contribute ang Office of the Principal sa development ng mga estudyante? Nakaka-contribute ito sapagkat if the principal is perform well his or her duty, of course, students will benefit and will help them to develop their learning skills, and it helps them to improve their ability towards the school community. Next naman po ay ang library. Available po ba ito sa Orbiston Integrated School? Yes, it is available. So description naman po niya ay, it consists of several book stands and cabinets. It has a wide range of books on the diverse subject, comic books, biographies, and magazines. At the entrance, there is a librarian desk. There are rows of tables and chairs in the center of the library for students to sit. Will it contribute to the students' learning and development? Why? Yes, it will contribute to the students' learning and development because library provides a setting where the students develop their skills. They will need to locate, analyze, evaluate, interpret, and communicate information and ideas. Learning these days is not limited to virtual lectures and trainings. It is the voyage of discovering more that encourage us to learn. School library play a vital role in education system and are essential part of school setup. Next naman po ay ang counseling room. Ang counseling room po ay available din po sa Orbiston Integrated School. Description niya po ay, the counseling room is located to the ground next to the principal's office. The counseling room is a place where you about such troubles and try to find a solution. Will it contribute to the students' learning and development? Yes, it will contribute to the students' learning and development because students can seek advice to the counselors about their academic performance, health problems, financial problems, activities, and friendship. Paano nga ba talaga nakakatulong yung counseling room sa students' learning and development? The counseling room helps students to learn and grow since they will able to seek assistance or advice from the counselor. Counseling room is a place where the times you may feel that there is something that you cannot talk about with anyone and you may want someone to listen to you, the counseling room is available for you anytime. Next po ay ang medical clinic. It is available to Orbiston Integrated School. Description, it is a place within the school campus. It is located next to the home economics room, wherein primary care is rendered to a sick patient. Will it contribute to the student's learning and development? Of course, it will contribute to the student's learning and development because clinic provides health protocols, reminders, and also they give medicine to the students. Syempre, kapag nafe-feel ng students na may medical clinic sila, nafe-feel nila na yung safety nila, hindi naman sa hinihingi halimbawa pag may nasugatan sa kanila, 'di ba? May clinic na andyan para pwede nilang puntahan. Halimbawa, pag nahihilo sila, kailangan nila ng gamot, 'di ba? Nandyan ang clinic para sa kanila. Next ay ang Audiovisual Learning Resource Center. Hindi pa po yun available sa Orbisnondo Integrated School. Sunod po natin ay ang Science Laboratory. Ito naman po ay available sa Orbisnondo Integrated School. It is located at the ground floor next to the computer library. It consists of a different scientific equipment that students will able to use. Will it contribute to the students' learning and development? Yes, it will contribute to the students' learning and development because in science laboratory, students will be able to use or utilize the utilize, experiment and explore the different equipment like microscope, human torso, and other equipment available in the laboratory so that they will develop their scientific skills. Next naman po ay ang gymnasium. To be presented by Mr. Marvin Cruz Bulatao. Sir, are you here now?
Yes po ma'am, good afternoon po.
Yes, sir, your turn.
Yes. So next we have gymnasium. It is available in Orbistondo Integrated School. For the description, they have the equipment needed by student and needed to understand well the theory that being taught. Okay, it will contribute to the student learning and development. Why? Yes, because it enhance the learner and understanding of the learners about the theoretical concept of science. Ayan po, dyan din po ginagawa yung just from the graduation ceremony or the available ano po, yung mga activities sa school na pang maramihang tao. And po next we have outdoor garden. Ayan. Isa din po yan sa mga importantes at nagpapaganda sa school. Yes, it is available in Orbistondo Integrated School. Description to help or helps to have relaxation and observation of nature. Ayan. Kailangan din pong ma-relax yung mga estudyante, gaya natin, kapag nakakakita sila ng mga garden sa school. Then, it is ano po ma'am, back sa next. Yes, it is contribute to the students for their learner. Yes, because it is a good way of letting our students contribute to the good environment and help students reduce stress. Ayan po, and enhance self-esteem. Next, we have computer room for voice. Yes, it is available in Orbistondo Integrated School to manage their behavior and emotional state and a safe environment. It contribute, yes, it is designated space that intentionally designed to help calm an individual when that person feels stressed or becomes overwhelmed. Next facilities is the computer laboratory. Yes, it is available in UIS. Descriptions has internet access that could be used by the student and teacher. Yes, it is contribute because it is help every learner to have knowledge and computer, and it can also help the student in their research assignment. Yeah. Next, mom. Next, the home economics room. It is available. Yeah. The description, home management and food preparation and nutrition. Ayan po. Diyan din po pumapasok yung strand po ng TVL. Diyan din po sila nag-prepare ng mga foods, ano ng kanilang mga practicum about home economics. And it is contribute, yes, it is contribute because student get to perform every activity they needed in order to learn and to enhance their skills in cooking, baking, and other activities. And next, we have comfort room for girls. Yes, it is available. Dahil alam niyo naman po yung mga babae, lagi po silang nag CR. Ayan. It is place where the girls retouch. Yan, lagi silang nag-retouch and even girl talk. Nagchichismis siya. Next, it is contribute, yes, to maintain clean and hygienic purposes. Next, ma'am. Next, we have faculty room. Yes, it is available in Orbiston Integrated School. Every teachers has their own tables, and nakikita naman po natin sa bawat schools is may mga kanya-kanyang tables ng mga teachers, even in college schools. It will contribute, yes, because it is a place where the teacher does and prepare the lesson before they discuss to each learner, and also more efficient and more effective for them to deliver the right kind of a lesson. Next, we have and for this question, what are the facilities most useful to be discussed by Mamiya?
Sa'yo pa rin po yun, Sir Marvin.
Ayan. For the first question, what are the facilities you find most useful?
Na po.
Excuse me, sir. Kami na po yan.
Wait lang po, Sir, kila Ma'am Lina na po pala. Sorry po.
Thank you po. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sir.
Ingay. So, hello. Good afternoon. Naririnig po ba ako?
Yes, ma'am.
Hindi po ba maingay? Pasensya na sa mga manok. Lang po. Okay, let's proceed to the question number 1. What are the facilities you find most useful? So, I think every facilities mentioned was very useful to the students' needs. But these facilities that I found important the most are those facilities that can develop their needs in learning and to assess them and acquiring such knowledge and information they must be needed in the future, such as computer laboratory, science laboratory, home economics room, library, and audiovisual learning center. So, without these facilities, how can we learn the things that should learn related to what we are studying. For example, computer laboratory. How can ICT students study without these computer labs? How they can explore or paano nila masusubukan yung tinuturo ng kanilang guro sa kanila. So having all of that facilities is very important, especially among students like us. So that's all for the question number 1. Next presenter is Ma'am Lina. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Next question is number 2. What are the facilities you find least useful? So, the facilities that I found least useful were the following, as this become the students' way to skip class and spread their time most in these facilities such as canteen or cafeteria, outer garden, gymnasium, and auditorium. So, yan po yung nakikita ko po na least useful. Okay? Diyan, syempre, hindi maiwasan kasi sa like sa atin po, hindi natin maiwasan yan talaga. Pero hindi naman po pare-pareho. Like siguro nakakapag-skip po sila dahil siguro may problema po yung isang estudyante or siguro gusto lang niya or siguro terror yung teacher niya kaya siguro ganun na lang yung nakakapag-skip siya sa mga dyan na nasabi ko. Next po, question number 3. Next slide po, ma'am. So, question number 3 is, are there other facilities you observed, remembered that are not stated above? If yes, list them below. So, from what I observed, all the aforementioned facilities was built in my school. And I can't remember any facility that is not stated in the table. So, yun lamang po ang aking report. Next po.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now let's proceed to question number 4, where describe the community where the school is located. Okay, so the school is located at Rizal Street, Poblacion, Orbistondo, Pangasinan. And based on the video that we watched earlier, it is in front of the plaza and municipal hall. The church is also close to it, and it is surrounded by houses and establishments. The neighborhood is noisy because of the vehicles flying along the streets, but the outside community of the school is clean and not polluted. The school campus is wide and the other buildings are quite old. Thank you po. So next po.
So ayan, good afternoon everyone. Let us proceed to question number 6. What facilities are found in the community that aid learning? Facilities of information sources like school library, school canteen, science laboratory, ICT laboratory, World Wide Web, or laptop, social networking, and learning facilities like YouTube, PowerPoint presentation. So, school library play an important role in supporting education. 'Di ba po nung may face-to-face pa po, pag may binigay sa atin na report na hindi po natin mahanap sa Google, ito po ay tinitignan po natin sa library. Next naman po is school canteen. School canteen has an important role in the provision of food to student and the school community as well as being an integral part of the school. 'Di ba po sa school may tinatawag po tayong break time. Siyempre po hindi po matututo ang estudyante ng maayos pag po sila ay gutom. Kaya po sa school binibigyan po tayo ng oras para po ay magmerienda. Next naman po, nandiyan naman po yung ICT laboratory or WW or World Wide Web. Ang World Wide Web po ay ginagamit po ito para it easier for people to share information. So, nandiyan na po yung laptop, social networking, learning facilities like YouTube, PowerPoint presentation. 'Di ba po ngayon, virtual po tayo ngayon kasi hindi po tayo pinayagan na mag face to face. Kaya ngayon, importante po yung laptop at saka yung YouTube po ngayon ay ang YouTube po ngayon ay isa na pong bilang bagong pamamaraang pagkatuto ng mga estudyante. Tulad po ngayon, virtual class po tayo ngayon. Ang ginagamit po ng mga guro ngayon ay nagpapanood po sa YouTube at PowerPoint presentation po pag tayo tulad ng ngayon na ginagawa po natin. Yun lamang po. Sino po ang susunod, Ma'am Mia?
Nandito po ba si Ma'am Lara Di Guzman?
Yes po, dito po.
Yes, ma'am. Your turn.
For the question number 1, what are the classroom management strategies? Parang hindi po sa akin ito. Part po ni Christian Lloyd at ni Trisha.
Yes po, yan po yung nagkapalit. So, itutuloy ko na lang po yung kay Christian. Yan po yung number 1. Yan po yung kanya. Okay. So, yeah. Sabi yun, let's move on sa observations. What are the classroom management strategies that you have observed? So, the teacher provides friendly reminders and set behavioral expectation before, kasi yung video na na-observe namin, before talaga siya mag-class, sinasabi niya na yung mga boundaries, limitations, yung mga, expect na, behavior na dapat i-perform ng students as well as siya na facilitator. And she also let the students engage through games, ganon, gratifications. She used Zoom as teaching platform, yun. Di ba, yung iba gumagamit sila MS Teams, ganun. Pero siya, gumamit po siya ng Zoom. And teacher also set her objectives, sabi ko nga po, for the students to meet the expectation to be learned. Actually, as we observe, ang ginamit niya pong expectations, objectives na nilagay doon are those objectives which is yung nakalagay sa lesson plan. Ganun, as easy as that lang naman yung piniset niya. So, moreover, she also integrate videos in her lesson. Yun. Hindi lang siya pure teaching na PPT, but then she also downloads and let the student watch different movies. And there is what you call Zoom breakout, or it is the session wherein they are about to share about their experiences, ganon. Sharing as a strategy and activity to build a good relationship and connection with the learner. So yun, because of that, we observed that, nagkaroon ng closure, not only yung mga students sa kapwa students, kasi syempre, di ba, nakikinig sila, tapos yun, nag-share, but also the teacher din. Number 2 po. Ma'am, pa-slide po. Hello po. Ayan. So, number two, what part or parts of the lesson these management strategies were utilized? So, as we observe, the management strategy in all parts of the lessons are utilized. Talagang, the teacher was really, calculated kung paano ba yung flow nung topic niya, and which is good naman. And one of the remarkable management strategy that we really want to adopt in her friend is her friendly reminder kasi 'di ba? Yung umpisa pa lang nagkakaintindihan na dahil sa friendly reminder niya ng mga yun. Uh, and her sets of behavioral expectation at least as in talagang nilagay niya doon yung mga rules niya, mga objectives niya, gano'n. Naka-present talaga siya as PPT. So, citing the objectives then of the lesson, and there is one parang quote na nag-caught ng attention ko. She call it cold call. Alam niyo yung parang she will call basta-basta lang gano'n to share sa mga students. Yan. Which means one by one recitation for sharing their personal experiences, sabi ko nga, as their activity. Because management strategies, students are able, because of this management strategies, students are able to learn effectively and participate actively. Nagiging attentive sila. Active kasi syempre, they didn't know who and when they will be called, diba? So yun. And this kind of management, especially in online classroom, was considered as an appropriate and good one kasi most of the time, students off and on their camera, and by every now and then pagka sinabi ng teacher na gano'n, they will just open it, di ba? Magiging alert sila, ay mako-caught yung attention nila instead of camera, i-off yung camera and then scroll sa iba-ibang bagay. So, that's what we've observed sa picture na ito. Next po. So, number 3, what management strategy did the teacher utilize to keep learning environment safe and conducive? So, yun nga. Nowadays, as we experience and encounter pandemic of COVID-19, the educators implemented an alternative for the students to have a safe environment and also conducive, and this is online class or online classes using uh, platform and internet. So learners and learners use technologies and internet in order to access learning coming from their teachers so that transmission of the virus would be avoided. Yun nga. And what I've observed then is the kind of teaching platform that the teacher was consider. It is very effective din po and syempre, safe environment din po, and the learner could still learn, and it can also a strategy in the response and prevention so that the virus will not be spread out. And yun nga, in what we've now facing, di ba, mas okay to kasi yun nga, bukod sa virus, mas tipid siya sa pamasahe kasi ngayon, di ba, instead of uh, uh, distance na lang naman, di ba, mas mabuti na yung ganito. So yun, very appreciative naman din yung ginawa ng teacher na yun. She also reminds her students, which is very related din naman kasi sa topic niya, which is the mental health awareness. So that's all po. I think that's the last. Okay, thank you.
Okay, good afternoon to everyone. For the next activity, for question for number 1, when do you consider a facility useful or not? For me, I can consider the facility useful when the learners are feel comfortable and secure because their physical and emotional health depends on the facilities that they are getting in school. So every school should be equipped with proper facilities for students and teacher. For example, if the facility is aesthetically pleasing, well-maintained, public comfort rooms, sufficient classrooms, having good laboratory facilities, and well-ventilated. So the learners will motivate to go in school every day and they excited to learn. On the other hand, facility is not useful when facilities are poor. It signifies that students are not receiving their rights of having a sufficiently available and well-maintained school facilities. Indication of having these poor facilities are non-working or poorly maintained public comfort rooms, lack of classrooms, poor ventilation, unsanitary and crowded canteens, and more that can affect the learning of the learners. So that's all for the question number 1. May I call on Miss Juvian for the second question?
Hello, good afternoon again. So next proceed to the question number 2. When do you say that a facility aids learning? Cite some instances. When we say facilities, it is directly and important to achieve the planned learning goals. Examples of learning facilities are libraries, laboratory equipment, audiovisual aids, electricity, chairs, tables, and etc. Without these facilities, our student will have a hard time, especially in their studies. So they cannot study well, and it's hard to find some information about their assignment. For example, if a library doesn't have a books, how we can find information? And laboratories, how we can experiment if the school does not have equipment. So we all know that if there's no proper facilities in our school, a student cannot study well. How can we study well without the school facilities? When school have learning facilities or information resources, they can then I can say that the facility is conducive learning, especially to the students. So that's the question number 2. Next po, question number 3. Hello ma'am, sino pong susunod sa number 3?
Ma'am Lara,
Yan po yung kay Warlito na part.
ito po ba ma'am?
Opo, number 3. Sa number 4 po ako.
Ito po yung question niya, no? When do you say that a facility is learning? Okay, let's proceed to the question number 3. When do you say that a facility aids learning? Cite some instances. When we say facilities, wait lang po, mag-open cam ako. Again, when do we say that a facility aids learning? When we say facilities, it is directly and important to achieve the planned learning goals. Examples of learning facilities are libraries, laboratory equipment, audiovisual aids, electricity, chairs, tables, and etc. Without this, our students will have a hard time, especially in their studies. They can study well and it is hard to find some information about their assignment. For example, if a library doesn't have a books, how we can find information, and laboratories, how How we can experiment if the school doesn't have equipment? We all know that if there's no proper facilities in our school, students cannot study well. How can we study well without the school facilities? When a school have learning facilities or information resources, then I can say that the facilities is conducive learning, especially to the students. That's how important the facility is learning. Next po. What is the impact of the environments to the learners? The good setup of a school or a visual program is that it looks like it's attractive to look and a student is happy to enter. When students who study in a positive learning environment have been shown to be a more motivated, engaged, and will help to absorb more information. Siyempre, kapag yung bata na-feel niya na welcome siya sa isang learning environment, mas maraming posibilidad na mas matututo siya sapagkat alam niya na safe siya at komportable siya doon sa learning environment na yon. Next naman ay ang question number 4. Miss Lara.
Yes po, for the continuation of question number 4, what kind of classroom management is conducive to learning? So for me, a classroom is conducive to learning if the room is very clean, the furniture and the materials placed orderly, organized, activities well lighted and ventilated. The chairs are good and proper arranged so that they can move freely and monitor students. So having a comfortable physical space where children are able to sit comfortably, see and understand what their teacher is saying, as well as socialize with their fellow classmates. And when the teacher has a good relationship with students and they cooperate each other, they can feel comfortable and have a respect to each other because teacher always mind the goodness of their teacher. Learning ambience is very important because every child or learners is different. A student who feels confident in himself despite being different from others is one who belongs to an effective learning community. So that's all for the question number 4.
For the reflection, may I call on Mr. Alvin Coserio? Sir.
Hey, good morning. Question number 1. Would you like to teach in the school environment you just observed? Remember why or why not? For me personally, I would definitely love to teach in that kind of environment because of its communal atmosphere. Every student has a sense of belongingness. When we say communal atmosphere, it is the feelings of every student. They feel that they are part of the class. They feel that they belong, that their answers, ideas, opinions matters. The teacher is not condemning them, but appreciating them for what they are doing in participating in the class. The learning environment also is welcoming. I said that it is welcoming because before the discussion, the teacher asked her students to open their camera and want to see their smiles. And the voice of the teacher is also impactful and somehow joyful. The teacher Josa did a great job by connecting to her students. Teacher Josa did a tremendous job connecting to her student by using examples where the student can relate. She's also following her lesson plan and portraying a good characteristic of a teacher. Lastly, the school environment is utilized to its full capability in online class. Setup or the environment in the online class is utilized to its full capability because the teacher integrated so many things in her class. She used videos to be watched by her students. The videos or the video is not too long and it's not also too short. The teacher also integrated activities where the student can work collaboratively or they can work together. Number two, next slide. If you are the teacher, how can you make the environment conducive to learning? If I am the teacher or if I will be the teacher, I can create environment conducive to learning by creating positive and active place where the students can work collaboratively to attain the goal in the class. The first thing that I will do if I became a teacher is I will create a active learning where I'm not just telling them information, I'm not just giving them information, but I will be their facilitator in order to attain our goal or at least 75% of that. I would prepare activities that is relevant in our topics and be organized in what am I going to do. By preparing ahead of time, you can think of best and better pedagogy in order to help the students learn on their own by helping them working together. I will also create environment that is cooperative. I will let the students be part of our class. Lastly, I will set the tone in our class. Number three will be discussed by Jericho Rosales Garcia Jr.
So let's proceed to number 3 question. How do class and for us, management has a huge role in learning of the students. Well managed classroom can help the teacher and students achieve their objectives. Classes will run smoothly and enhance the students. It also help the students to manifest proper behavior during classes. Effective classroom management can lead to better teaching and learning. Lastly, it will help everyone to stay on the same page and will lessen problems in the classroom. Number 4 question. If you are to design a learning environment for your students, how will it look like? Illustrate. And if you were to design a learning environment, it would be a positive classroom and where students can come study comfortably and made them feel accepted and appreciate not because of what they perform, but for who they are. Let the students enjoy while learning. Next slide. Yeah. So here are lovely and pretty ladies from Filipino 4C Group 3 doing activity number two. Next slide, ma'am. Here our unity and discussion. So for us, Filipino 4C Group 3, so for us, unity is strength where there is teamwork and collaboration. Wonderful things can be achieved. Next slide po, ma'am.
True.
And last, yes, ma'am. And lastly, here are some pictures of facilities in UIS, Orbistondo Integrated School. So that's all. Thank you, everyone.
before we end, let me read this passage for you. Everyone should have an opportunity to learn in a positive environment, to enjoy the learning process, and feel comfortable and content within it. Thank you. Open cam po tayo mga ma'am and sir for our poll to off.
Magano, mangkawasak.
Open cam po tayo.
May lanyay.
Okay, okay.
Wait lang po ata naka-record pa tayo.
Sige.